really in Afghanistan, it's the hot and high temperatures that really affect our performance. So we'll never reach £23,000 in Afghanistan, but maybe with a Block 3 upgrade, you never know.
Yes, well, that's what is all being discussed, I'm sure, just adjacent to us in the large VIP pavilions, but less about business and more about aviation. Okay, it looks as though we now have clearance for the guys to depart, and you can now take us through that. So, JJ, lead us away.
Brilliant. So as they depart now out to your right-hand side, you can see in the back seat, as we've mentioned, we've got Staff Sergeant Jamie Boakes. Joined the Army in 1996 as a ground crewman in the Army Air Corps. He then progressed on to Dorga in the Lynx. It's a shame we haven't got one here displaying today, but it's a great aircraft, and he thoroughly enjoyed his time as a Dorga rear crewman, or door gunner back then, as it was. Before then, starting the pilot's course, and then going straight on to Apache at the end of his pilot's course, and has been a Watchman half years.
So having said it's Captain Wilson, let's get the big question out of the way then. Clearly not Captain Wales today?
Unfortunately not. I think he's got other commitments on this weekend.
And what about Saturday and Sunday?
No, he won't be appearing Saturday and Sunday, unfortunately.
There you are, girls. Sadly, he's not going to be with us. He's got lots of other things on. We know his diary is absolutely jam-packed. But we've had a lot of questions into the headquarters of the Army Air Corps about that. I mean, and I have to say, he is just one of your squadron regulars, really, isn't he? He's done everything that every other person would have done. And actually, I have to say, he's done it pretty. The
aircraft today is operated by, as I said, Staff Boakes and Captain Wilson, both members of 662 Squadron, based at Watcham, part of 3 Regiment Army Air Corps. 662 Squadron has recently come back from Afghanistan in January, and that's tour number 4 for 662 Squadron, totaling nearly 2 years of deployment since 2006. And this aircraft, as I've said, has just come back about 3 weeks ago and is still supporting all its desert dust all over it. So it's a nice, dirty looking aircraft, but it really means business. The aircraft's going to go out onto your B axis, climb to about 2,000 feet. And this is generally the height we fly around at in Afghanistan to avoid what we call the small, and down they will go. And that's them running in now, clear to display. You'll see them flash the landing lamp as they come in towards you, so I'd like the crowd to give us a massive wave as they come in, and Captain Wilson will acknowledge that with a great flash of the landing lamp.
Well, we're obviously not, or they're not quite happy about something, but you may well hear, those of you out on the scanners, we're going to see a second Apache get airborne as soon as this one has landed. And that's being flown by...
As you can see there, perfectly demonstrated, falling out the sky quite rapidly.
Well, I did give you the perfect cue there, okay. Right, back to you, back to the action now.
Ominous as it runs in, you can see there, it's a real means-business aircraft, this one, and we'll go and thrust straight into a beautifully flown 270-degree wing over to the right, we hope. And there's Captain Wilson flashing the landing lamp there, big wave, everybody. And as we were discussing way too earlier, this aircraft is currently about 15 to 16,000 pounds today, but as you can see, it's incredibly agile for that weight. And is still that agile with our standard load that we carry in Afghanistan. Yeah, it's a real stomach churn for Captain Wilson, sat at the front. His seat actually rakes back more than a normal 90-degree sitting position, so he feels like he's about to fall out of the bottom of the aircraft.
Yes, needs 90 up, 90 down. I can imagine what it's going through there. So it's a bit like sitting in an F-16 now, because that's right back to the 17 bank for different reasons.
Yes, yeah, no, the back seat is very much more sat up than the front seat, because he's surrounded by all his buttons and grips.
Battlefield.
Yes, indeed. This was primarily designed to hide behind the trees and take on the Russian war. However, we've completely adapted the way we work and develop our tactics and training towards what we do in Afghanistan now, and we'd like to consider ourselves one of the world leaders on what we do out there now, and other nations come to us for advice. ways, backwards, forwards, and then back sideways the other way. And Captain Wilson will have the gun actions. The aircraft is tracking where his head is looking, and then transposing that to the gun. So he's using his head to move the gun there, as you can see underneath. And the cabin itself, it's a very formidable weapon, just in noise alone. I've been quite lucky enough to be on the ranges in America where we do our training and hear the noise this machine will make just by firing the weapon let them impact the other end.
Okay, yes, you can see Phil really waving that around now, using his eyesight to coordinate directly with the gun. What are the numbers on that, JJ? Just how many rounds did you take on board?
About 1160 is our maximum in the magazine. We tend to fly around with 550 in Afghanistan due to the weight and performance issues, but that's more than enough.
And I'm told it's 600 rounds a minute?
And a great close-up shot of this aircraft now. It's flying over the environment, which is very much with the same and in that way.
Yes, it's quite a different perspective, isn't it, from the Dutch Apache display earlier on, not least, of course, just the standard military camouflage colour scheme that we've got with the Army Air Corps Apaches.
Yes, you can see it's very much everything painted, everything about this aircraft is designed. You see there's no shining disc or any of the airframe like you see with our high polished B-25. This machine is all about high speed. Take their bow to the end of their display. If they give them a massive wave, you can see Captain Wilson will clap his hand in that in appreciation. And there it goes, back to that now. He's also waving onto the bus, doing crazy in the cockpit there. And they'll finish their display with a nice bow to the front. And the crew will just fly down the crowd line now, make sure, and what the Apache display team and indeed the British Army as a whole, we really thank you for your support you've given the troops back here at home and indeed on operations. We really appreciate it. It's a great pleasure for us to come to these events and be able to display a fully operational aircraft at these events and hope that it will continue.